Las Vegas. As the sun set on another day at the NBA Summer League this month, a group of 60-odd power brokers gathered at an upscale restaurant on the Las Vegas Strip. They were among the league's elite executives who help engineer blockbuster trades, salary cap gurus who devise contracts, and scouts who identify prospects. They sipped wine, nibbled hors d'oeuvres, and made conversation, perhaps an unremarkable scene except for one thing: they were all women. Teresa Rush, Toronto Raptors Vice President of Basketball Operations and Player Development, attended a happy hour organized for women working in the NBA during Summer League in Las Vegas on July 10. Long known for its progressive approach toward social issues, the NBA has emerged as an industry leader when it comes to hiring and promoting women. Bridget Bennett, The New York Times. "This is the first time, to our knowledge, that this has ever happened," said Lillian Majid, the NBA's Vice President for Diversity and Inclusion. Read more. "She's fierce. She gets stuff done. Meet the NBA's only female agent with a client." Article continued below. Becky Hammon should be an NBA head coach. Pau Gasol writes Canadian women's basketball star Kia Nurse gets chance to shine at home with UConn. Long known for its progressive approach toward social issues, the NBA has emerged as an industry leader among men's professional sports leagues when it comes to hiring and promoting women. Richard Lapchuk, director of the Institute for Diversity and Ethics in Sport, recently released a study that found the NBA had the highest percentage of women working at the league office and with individual teams, outpacing the NFL and Major League Baseball. Women hold 31.6% of team management positions in the NBA, according to the study. Some of those gains were on display in the Summer League, where women worked games as referees, drew up plays as assistants, and crunched numbers as statisticians. "We are covering the full spectrum," Majid said. The morning before many of them got together, there was big news. Chelsea Lane, the Golden State Warriors head performance therapist, had been lured away by the Atlanta Hawks to run its training staff. Mercury News described her departure from the Warriors as a painful free agent loss. Article continued. Bella Ramonda Green, director of information management and team counsel for the Oklahoma City Thunder, looked around the restaurant and reflected on just how much the environment had changed since she started working for the league as an intern over 10 years ago, even if there is still progress to be made. The focus at the event, though, was clearly on camaraderie rather than any challenges that remain for them while working in a field still dominated by men. "It's awesome to have everyone come out and make connections and see that we can use each other as resources," she said. "There is power in numbers." That was one of the points that Teresa Rush, Vice President for Basketball Operations and Player Development for the Toronto Raptors, set out to illustrate when she came up with the idea of organizing the happy hour this month. The idea came to her when she was chatting with female colleagues at the NBA Draft Combine in May in Chicago. Like Rush, they were all planning to attend the Summer League. Perhaps, Rush thought, they should get together in a more formal way. Rush often hears from women who are interested in working in the NBA, but there are only so many openings in her own organization. What if, she thought, she were able to meet more women from different branches of league operations so that when she did hear from qualified candidates she could pass along recommendations? She figured a Summer League happy hour could be the start of something important, a way to expand the pool. "Most of the time, you just get together with people you already know," she said, "but we really wanted to include as many people as possible." A few weeks after the Combine, Rush was in New York for a luncheon put on by an organization called Women in Sports and Events, which was honoring Masai Ujiri, the Raptors president, for his advocacy of women in leadership positions. At the luncheon, Rush mentioned her idea to Majid, who soon emailed Commissioner Adam Silver. "I think Adam replied back with one word: fantastic. When we told him that we were doing this," Majid said, "we believe that we are better when we have women at the table." As the attendees made conversation, and, in many instances, introductions, Majid outlined 3 goals: build a sense of community, promote the league's goal of getting more women involved in basketball operations, and encourage women to provide the names of other women who have expressed an interest in joining the field. Majid said she wanted the event to be large enough next year to move it to a bigger venue. Becky Bonner, Director of Player Development and Quality Control for the Orlando Magic, said she recognized just a handful of the women at the restaurant, and perhaps that alone was noteworthy. Bonner, who had been at the Summer League for over a week, also said she was glad to take a break from being around a lot of dudes, for a couple of hours, at least. No offense to you guys, she said, adding, I just think it's nice to connect with other women in the league and share stories and experiences and learn. Shantae Anderson, who was coming off her first season as a referee in the NBA's Development League, had no idea what to expect at the event. Most of the time, she said, she just hangs around with fellow officials. She saw this as an opportunity. We are all in different roles, different teams, different capacities, she said, but maybe we can each bring something from our part of the industry that will help somebody else. We can empower each other.